Welcome back. No, you don't have. Stop it. Oh, all right, if you must. Yes. Ma'am, put your shirt back on. Oh, jeez, Louise. The moles on that woman. Does Kamala inspire hope? The Dems say nope. Kamala Harris, you remember her. The vice president, she's on the left. She's losing support even among her strongest Democrat backers. It's so bad, George Santos is thinking of divorcing her. As the New York Times points out, her allies are tired of waiting for her to define her vice presidency. The New York Times calls it a painful reality that dozens of Dems, including those who helped elect her, don't see her as the future leader of their party, much less the country. Yeesh, you know you're dead in the water when even the Times is against you. That or you're on a date with Ted Kennedy. How dare you laugh at...
Can't be too soon.
I know. Even Hillary Clinton thinks Kamala doesn't have the political instincts to win, and she murders people with acerbic wit and a knife made of happiness, which is the name of her gun. So I'd listen to her for sure. Where was I? For more on all of this, we've got a surprise special guest. Joining me live from Washington, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Hello, Greg.
According to the Times, your own advisors have referred reporters to Democrats for quotes praising you, and even they say they've lost hope in you. What do you have to say about that?
Well, in order to galvanize everything that we have already discussed and everything that we've already brought down to America, okay? I think we need to understand that everything that we have uncovered and unburdened, we will continue to uncover and unburden even more going further.
You know, Hillary has a history of supporting all liberal women running for office, but now she's saying you're doomed. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, when it comes to Hillary, and, you know, I can make a list and send it to her on her private email, but I think she's well aware of everything that we have tried to bring and tried to undo more than what she has done and accomplished as her time as First Lady. Don't kill me, Hillary.
James Clyburn, South Carolina rep, who often backs people of color, was asked if you should still be Biden's running mate, and he said he'll leave that up to Joe. What do you think?
Look, we've galvanized a lot with electricity. And look at how much we've done with yellow school buses. Okay, think about the electric school buses for all the children. And they know that everything that we have unburdened, we will soon burden even further, despite the fact that we have yet to do anything positive for the country and bring it to its knees.
Do you, last question, were you jealous when you saw your husband make out with Dr. Jill at the State of the Union?
That was so great. Joe's half dead. Let her live.
Well, thank you, Vice President Kamala Harris. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you, America.
But do you get the impression that this is orchestrated now? It's just like, this is a plan to get her out?
You know, it's really sad because it really exposes a larger problem in the Democratic Party, which is when you turn everything into race and gender, you're robbing people of the ability to excel because you're taking people like Kamala Harris, who we know was chosen for her identity. That was explicitly the case, right? And then you're putting her in the same category as a whole bunch of other people who worked really hard to get where they are. It's very upsetting.
Tyrus?
I don't know, man. I think we got to give her a break. Like, whom in this building thinks that they could do a good job with in front of them?
Yeah.
I think I would be doing the same thing. Just, man, I don't know. Go ahead, Joe, you tell him. I wouldn't want to touch anything he's doing either. I think she's just waiting. She's halfway there.
Yeah.
You know what? Half dead.
Kat, you know what I'm thinking? if the New York Times and Hillary and James Clyburn thinks that way about her, maybe she's awesome. Maybe we got this totally wrong.
Thank you.
Yes. Maybe I was just being racist. Maybe I've learned a lesson.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's hopeless for her.
Really?
Because we do know, I mean, she's, as you mentioned, it's the identity thing. She's, you know, she checks the boxes. But she still has that one left, the non-binary.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Kamala Harris, they, them.
Yes.
Because then she could, because she already did first black, first Asian, first female VP. She could be first non-binary VP and first person to be VP who is both female and non-binary.
Right. Wow.
I think I just might have given her an idea.
I know. That'll make her cackle. You know, Joe, is it time for her to fake her own kidnapping?
I think it speaks to is this. I disagree with what you were saying. I do think she is very qualified for the job. I think the fact that we are scrutinizing her to this extent for her to define her role in this job is speaking to the absence. And again, I think it's elder abuse what is happening with Joe Biden right now. I believe in that firmly. I think it is speaking to the absence of a presidential leader that we're looking to see such definition come from a vice president. That's like being like, why doesn't Keith Richards sing more songs on the new Stones record? You know what I mean? It's like, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
But
she can't play guitar.
She can't?
No.
But do you know what I mean?
That analogy sucked.
I thought it would get a bigger laugh.
I think if you went with something like ABBA.
ABBA, yes. Yeah, let's go for an even
she's
older
not Bjorn.
reference. But do you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reeling from my bomb. No, but I just don't understand why there's this pressure on her to define this. When was the? I don't remember ever there being a vice president where we were all so stunned by, except for Cheney.
Yeah,
Well,
Cheney.
Cheney being like kind of just and everybody said, this is a disgrace. He's pulling all the strings and he's the vice president. He should be. Da, 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 da. People complain when the vice president gets too big for
I think that she might be brilliantly acting like a deflection target so the press can heap praise on Biden. How's that for a theory? Yeah. And they still appear balanced by going after her. That is a theory that came from this brain.
I think what you were saying is accurate. When you don't, I have never felt a lack of leadership more than I've felt in the last 6 years. I feel like everywhere we turn, we don't even have state leadership at this point anymore. You know what I mean? I was watching Andrew Schultz's podcast today, and he goes, "I don't even know who our governor is. Like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know where to look for." So when your immediate boss is in the state that Joe Biden is in, what is she supposed to do? She's supposed to jump up and start, I'd imagine there's some directive coming down.
She was elected to be vice president, Joe. You make me sick.
Yeah, but
I gotta keep.
okay, but if you give somebody a job and then you forgot you gave them a job,
Yeah.
that's not fair either. You're in charge of the border, and then she's like, "You have that paperwork." How the hell can you work like that?
That's
Yeah.
true.
She probably passes him in the hallway, and he goes, "You should call us. I think we might have something for you."
Yeah.
How's the TPS reports? All right, we got to go.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.